This video is sponsored by iZone IELTS Academy. Your result, our pride. Hey there IELTS slaying warriors, welcome back to the second episode of our IELTS speaking series, and once again I'm your host Viết. So last time we have covered the topic about TV series, and if you haven't watched that episode, which is also our first, you can always go back to see it by clicking the box over here. And to all our new viewers, I would like to say thank you and welcome. FYI, this is a series where we take on one IELTS speaking task to topic every week, and me as a host will be giving you some of my own tips so that you can successfully nail your speech. We will also have a vocabulary section where I introduce some of the interesting vocabs or phrases that I think will be useful to you. And lastly, and it's the most important part, I know you're waiting for this, is my own sample so that you can see how I would actually say in a real test situation. Alright, so I won't have you wait any longer, so here's our topic for today. A place that you have visited and is also badly polluted. Let's go through the hint that the topic gave us, shall we? So our first hint is what place it was. Actually quite simple, as you might figure it out. This should be put into your introduction, and I will personally advise you to use a maximum 2 sentences to talk about this. The examiner only needs to know the name of the place. Don't spend too much time talking about the place, okay? And the next hint is why you went there. Same as the first one, I would strongly advise you to put this into your introduction. And for those who might not have the chance to go outside to explore the world, don't worry, I'm going to give you one good way to go around this problem. Since you're watching this, I'm assuming you are Vietnamese. And unfortunate for us, but lucky for you, if you encounter this question, our country, Vietnam, is a heavily polluted place. So you can always say, I have visited Vietnam since the time I was born. And I think the examiner couldn't agree more with this kind of reasoning. Okay? Our third hint is how it was affected by pollution. This is going to be your body. In this part, I would advise you to divide your body, well, not your body, but your speech body, into different aspects of pollution that you see in the place that you're talking about. To make it easier for you, there are 6 types of environmental pollution that we could see. Land pollution, air pollution, water pollution, thermal pollution, light pollution, and lastly, noise pollution, which we have a note here. And last, a final hint. Explain how you felt about the situation. This could have been more fit to be your conclusion. So be sure to save your time so that you can go through the conclusion, say 1 or 2 things about that, and congratulations, you have finally nailed your speech. Okay, so that was all the hints that we got for this topic. Now, let's move on to the vocabulary part to see what vocabulary that I've got for you this week, shall we? The first thing we have today is a phrasal verb, pop up. It means something appears out of nowhere, just like this pop up here. I could say, there's a pop up saying pop up just pops up out of nowhere. Next, we've got tight spot. So literally it means some place where it's really small and really hard to maneuver in it and absolutely not comfortable staying in it. So using specific scenario, it means you are in deep trouble. You got that? Lastly, we've got on the bottom line. This is a phrase that could be used as a substitute for in conclusion. As a result, well, you could understand it, right? The bottom line, so it must be the conclusion, right? Well, I'm not sure this can be counted as visiting, but if it's a place that I've been there before and is also badly polluted, then my birthplace, Hanoi, would be the first place that pops something to my mind, unfortunately. Well, in some way you could say that I've visited Hanoi since a really long time ago, since the time I was born to be exact. So from what I see, Hanoi is in a really tight spot when it comes to pollution. And take the sky for example, instead of a clear blue sky, which I haven't seen for so long, what we've got here most of the time is just a grey sky full of smog. And it could get even worse near construction sites or places where traffic congestion happens every day. People who live in Hanoi usually have to wear some sort of protective mask when going outside on the street in order to avoid those harmful substances or dust in the air. I myself have to wear one too, even though I don't like it at all, because I would rather, being a little bit uncomfortable, but live longer rather than being comfortable but dying, say, 10 years. And not just the air, even the water sources here are badly polluted as well. I myself used to live in a neighborhood near Kim River, and until now, I haven't figured out why people would build their sewage lines leading directly into the river, turning a once lively river into a giant sewage as it is right now. And to make the matter worse, Kim is not the only river or water sources that are being badly polluted in Hanoi. Even famous landmarks like Hoan Kim Lake or West Lake have trashes all over the water surface as well. And sadly, it seems to me that nobody cares about that. Alright, on the bottom line, I do feel deeply concerned about what is happening in Hanoi. I'm afraid that if the city and its people keep heading in this direction, sooner or later, Hanoi will become another polluted beyond salvation city, just like those in China. I have read a lot of news articles and seen a lot of videos about how badly polluted Chinese cities are right now. For example, in Shanghai, where fresh water is even more valuable than gold, or in Beijing, where they can measure smog by a pound. Well, of course, it's a joke, but one thing for sure, this is not a desirable future for all of us. And that was the end of the sample, folks. And here's something that you can do. You can send your own 6 and 3 questions relating to this topic to our email below, so we can make another video addressing some of the best questions from you guys coming out next week. And with that, we have concluded our second episode. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe if you want to support us, so that we can make more free videos like this for you in the future. And once again, see you next time.